You and your partner decide to have a nice, simple date night. Nothing too crazy. Dinner at a mid-range restaurant, a couple of drinks, and maybe a fun activity afterward, like a movie or bowling. Fast forward a few hours, you check the bill, $120 gone. Sounds familiar? Well, the average cost of a date night in the US is now $98, and in Europe it's not much better. In London, a dinner for two with wine easily costs around £100. In Paris, a romantic Seine cruise with drinks can set you back €120, and even in Berlin or Prague, a simple restaurant and movie night can quickly add up to $80 or more. If you are going out regularly, those costs add up fast. Do this 4 times a month and suddenly you are looking at a big chunk of your income disappearing. That's money that could have been put toward investing, traveling, or building real financial security. But what if I told you that you could have even better date nights for a fraction of the cost, or even free? Today, I'm breaking down how to have unforgettable date nights without draining your wallet. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my goal is to help you save money, invest smarter, and build wealth without sacrificing the things that make life fun. And today, we are talking about dating. We all love a good date night, but let's be honest, they can get expensive. And I get it. When you are in a relationship, you want to create special moments. You want to spoil your partner. You don't want to be the person who always says, let's just stay home. But here's the problem. If you are not careful, date nights can turn into a financial trap where you keep spending out of habit instead of actually enjoying the experience. So in this video, I'm going to break down how date nights are secretly draining your wallet, why expensive doesn't always mean better, and the best budget-friendly date ideas that are just as fun if not better, and one game-changing trick that will save you the most money. Let's get into it. A while ago, I sat down and did the math on my date night spending, and I was shocked. It wasn't like I was going to luxury restaurants every week. Most of my dates were just normal nights out, dinner, a movie, maybe a fun activity. But when I looked at my expenses, I saw I was spending $100 or $150 per month without even realizing it. Think about that. That's $1,200 to $1,800 a year just on dates. That's enough for a week-long vacation in Spain, a new laptop, or a solid investment into your financial future. And here's the worst part. Not all of those dates were even that great. Some of them were just routine. We would go to the same restaurants, order the same food, watch a random movie and go home. It felt repetitive and uninspired. And that's when I had a realization. Expensive doesn't always mean memorable. So I started experimenting with budget-friendly alternatives, and surprisingly, some of the best dates I've ever had cost less than $20. Let's go over some of the best low-cost date ideas that still feel special and romantic. Number 1. Cook a fancy dinner at home. One of the best ways to create a romantic date night without spending a fortune is to turn your home into a 5-star restaurant. One time, instead of going to a fancy Italian restaurant, we made homemade pasta from scratch. We lit candles, played Italian music in the background, and turned our dining room into a mini restaurant. Total cost? Maybe $20. The best part? It made the night feel special, intimate, and way more fun than just sitting in a crowded restaurant. Plus, we actually learned something new together. Number 2. Have an outdoor adventure. Some of the most fun and memorable dates involve getting outside. A sunset picnic by the river, a long walk through the city with ice cream, or a date at the beach with homemade sandwiches. These kinds of dates stick in your memory way more than an overpriced meal at the restaurant. One of my favorite low-cost dates was riding bikes through the countryside. We stopped at a small bakery, grabbed fresh croissants, and found a quiet park to relax in. Cost less than $10, but the experience priceless. Number 3. Game or movie night with a twist. Instead of spending $50+ at the cinema, we set up an outdoor movie night in the backyard with fairy lights and homemade popcorn. The experience was way better than a typical movie theater night, and it cost almost nothing. Or if you are into games, turn it into a mini competition night, set up board games, trivia, or even a video game tournament. Loser has to cook dinner. Number 4. Explore free local events. Many cities have regular free events that make perfect dates. Museums often have free entry days once a month. Local parks host free concerts, and small art galleries have opening nights where you can get in for free, sometimes with a glass of wine included. If you keep an eye on local listings, you'll be surprised at how many zero-cost experiences are available. Number 5. Use discounts and deals. One easy trick to cut costs is using discount apps. Groupon, Too Good To Go, and Happy Hour specials can easily cut your date night's expenses in half. For example, I once found a 2-person sushi making class for $25 instead of $50. Not only was it fun, but we learned how to make sushi at home, saving even more money in the long run. Here's a trick that changed everything for me: the date night fund. Most couples overspend because they don't set a budget. Instead, decide ahead of time how much you will put toward dates each month. What worked for me was creating a $50 date night fund per month and sticking to it. That way, I had to be intentional about choosing dates that were both fun and budget friendly. And surprisingly, when you have to be creative, the dates actually become more special. Instead of just throwing money at another expensive dinner, you start planning unique experiences. You put in more thought, and suddenly your dates feel more meaningful. At the end of the day, it's not about how much you spend, it's about the effort you put into making the experience special. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your best budget-friendly date idea? Drop it in the comments. I'm always looking for new ones to try. And if you want more money-saving tips, check out my other videos. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future content.